You thought he was into you? Who could be into you? Have you lost your mind? Why are you still here?
Hi, my name is Dr. Joseph Guillory, and I'm here today to offer you my perspective as a child and adolescent psychiatrist on this clip of Dante's story. My hope is that my words will support you whether you are a parent, a teen, or trusted adult in your own journey towards mental health and wellness.
Why are you still here?
You're still here because you know there's more out there than you can see right now. Rejection is tough, though. I know.
We'll see an interaction within this clip between Dante and Scott. Scott is Coach Nelson's son and what we call a mental health peer. Mental health peers are incredible individuals. They have lived experience of one or more mental health conditions and identify as being in recovery status, meaning that their mental health condition or conditions no longer negatively and significantly impact their lives. We can learn a lot from mental health peers like Scott. So let's take a look at Scott's approach.
Yeah, because there ain't no one for you.
But you know it's okay to feel like that. It's progress.
Scott starts off the conversation with both reassurance and empowerment. He does this by first reflecting back reasons to Dante for living, then follows up with a deep sense of empathy, having himself lived through rejection. You can do this too in conversations with your teen. First, start off with some reassurance, then understanding, and follow that up with empathy. Now, it's important to note that the space that you create between you and your teen in conversation needs to remain open for the teen's perspective. So, when you're sharing, do your best to make it clear, concise, and limit it to about 2 or 3 sentences at a time. Now, this may be uncomfortable at first, but with time it will subside. And keep in mind that your teen came to you for a reason. And if you give them the time and the space, they will reveal what that reason is. Having seen Scott start off with reassurance and empowerment, let's see where the conversation goes.
Progress? Eric's freaked. My dad's gonna kill me for dropping football, and all I hear is the voice in my head telling me it's never gonna get any better.
We see here that Dante's memories of painful emotions like shame, hopelessness, and fear flood to the forefront of his mind. This leads to a downward spiral that ultimately ends with the voice in his head saying, "It's never going to get better." This type of thinking is called catastrophizing. Catastrophizing is a harmful thinking pattern that leads to horrible conclusions based on very limited information. This type of thinking is a natural response to fear, which means we all do it. And often we recognize it happening in others before ourselves. Because of this, you are an important ally to your teen in recognizing this type of thinking. It's important to note that when you recognize it and make it known to your teen, do it with compassion and understanding, and absolutely without judgment. Now, let's see how Scott responds.
Well, I've only known you a couple months, but the fact that you put yourself out there says you've come a long way.
And then I went way back.
No, you came here.
Strong work, Scott. He starts off by acknowledging Dante's bravery. Next, Dante's negative self-talk begins again, but thankfully, Scott picks up on this and engages in what we call reality testing. Reality testing is when you take a harmful thought and you challenge it with strong evidence that exists outside of the harmful thinking pattern. This is an effective tool, as you can see, because Dante recognizes that he is worth more than that voice is telling him. Scott has provided us a great example with how to support a teen that's struggling with understanding, expressing, and coping with their emotions. This has been a parent guidance moment. My name is Dr. Joseph Guillory, and I thank you for sharing it with me.